You're very welcome. Hit the subscribe button or the wee bell if you so choose. Thank you very much. Now, it's a big day here, isn't it? It's a big day. It's the 12th of July. You know what that means? It's Amazon Prime Day. It's Amazon Prime. There is also the small detail of a local commemoration here in Northern Ireland for a battle which happened in 1690. That's 333 years ago, and we have the cheek to laugh at the English because they still talk about the World Cup win in 19 whatever it was. So, here. Yeah, this is different this year. I've noticed a few things. Few things are different this year. First thing I noticed was this picture popped up. Of the bonfire in Moygashel in Tyrone. Right, I thought that was photoshopped. When I first saw that, I thought, that's got to be photoshopped. Of course, I thought it was funny, right? It's got to be photoshopped. Then I found out it wasn't photoshopped. They went to all the trouble of getting heavy machinery in and lifting that boat up on top of their bonfire. I was impressed. I have to say. This wasn't just innovative. It was satirical, and may I go so far to say it's quite funny. And it's a protest against, of course, the protocol and the sea border, and I thought, this is the way to go. This is a new departure for bonny builders. And it's not like the old days when they put posters up of people, politicians and flags and burned them. No, it's it's a whole new world. I was wrong. Because the bonny builders in Moygashel, just before they lit their bonny, decided to climb up onto their boat and put an image of the Taoiseach Léir Varadkar and an Irish tricolour. And in doing so, the knuckle-dragging equilibrium was re-established. I then noticed that there had been an announcement by the Orange Order that they were considering shortening the 12th parade. At present, the 12th is 10 miles. And it's not going to work because, you see, it's here. You know what I mean? And the intentions may be good, but there's Northern Ireland. And we have got the ability, we've got the Midas touch in reverse. We take gold and turn it into shite. We take good intentions and turn it into...
I'll tell you what this is. This is a pan-nationalist conspiracy. It's a conspiracy against the loyalist population.
Mark my words. By the end of this, you will have marches of protesting against the original protest march because it was not allowed to protest along its traditional route. Only here. The cynics, of which of course I'm not one, have argued that the new proposal by the Orange Order isn't so much about trying to eradicate antisocial behaviour by hangers-on, but a realisation that the membership's age is getting very old. Yes, they're beginning to start to worry that the marchers in the future, in the very soon future, won't be so much marching as riding on mobility scooters to get to the field. But there is something positive here. There's something positive this year. We have the biggest pony in the world. We have a world record pony. The Craigie Hill pony outside Larne, which should have been the world record last year at 202 feet, but they would not recognise it because it was a conspiracy by pan-nationalists against the loyalist population. But this year they can't deny it. 210 feet. 210 feet the pony is this year. Oh, what an amazing... That is impressive, have to be said. Now, I don't know if it's impressive enough to be brought up in Parliament, but that's what the local MP, Sammy Wilson, wants to do. Sammy Wilson proposed a motion to congratulate the bonny builders of Craigie Hill. And he said they are an example of what is best in Northern Ireland. Now, not wanting to be a bit of a damn squib here, Sammy, but listen, personally, I would suggest our health workers may be slightly more deserving of that accolade. Because a real scientist, which I found interesting, called Mark Emerson, he has calculated the number of pallets in that bonfire, and he has calculated the CO2 emissions when it gets lit, and he's worked out it's the same as 25 full flights from Belfast to London. But you don't even have to worry about that if you listen to Sammy Wilson, because there's no such thing as global warming. Climate change is a myth, because Sammy is a climatologist of high regard. Sammy would know. Sammy's the man to know. One thing maybe that we can agree on, Sammy knows about bonfires. So we can't argue with Sammy about bonfires. Sammy is that once expert. Sammy cannot be argued with. Fair play, Sammy. Well done. You have found something you knew a little bit about. And of course, it's easy being a bit of a snidey bastard, because coming from a papish background. But I'm in a very strange situation. I must be maybe one of the few papish bastards in Northern Ireland who has as members of his extended family who were in the order. That's my father-in-law's sash and my father's forester's sash, and I got them framed in the same wee frame for a wee bit of historical perspective. And that's the way it should be. Do you understand? Live and let live. March if you want. Build your bonfires if you want. I would suggest, for Christ's sake, maybe that high is not that wise. Do you understand? Maybe that's not safe. And here's my question, by the way. I've got a serious question here. If I want to build a structure in my back garden over 2.5 meters high, I have to get planning permission. I have to go and get planning permission. So considering the Craigie Hill bonfire is 210 feet high, does this mean that I can now build any structure in my back garden I so choose, so long as it's made out of stolen pallets? I'm asking for a friend.
That's all, folks.